Tonight on DC News Now at 6, a violent night in DC. 3 people killed, 4 more hurt. We're live breaking down what we know what happened and where. Plus, one local church working to curb kids from becoming criminals.
And severe storms rolling through the area this afternoon. How long will they last through the region and what to expect for your Sunday? All coming up.
And a deadly bounce house incident with a child killed overnight after an inflatable went airborne during a local professional baseball game. And pumping the brakes, DC circulator bus service to end this year. How riders feel about the decision and why officials say they made it.
Any little bit helps because inflation is outrageous.
Weekend savings, the tax-free holidays happening right now in the DMV. How much you'll save and for how long as families gear up for back to school.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We want to get right to your forecast on this DMV first warned day. Scott Sumner standing by. Some potentially severe storms out there right now, Scott.
Yeah, we got a lot of severe thunderstorms. We're going to do a little severe thunderstorm tour here for you, Ben. As we start off, as we see here, one severe thunderstorm warning is encompassing parts of northern DC right through here. Also, Montgomery County, parts of PG County, and extending as far east as Howard County. Now, this is coming from an area, Loudoun County, and even down towards Fauquier County, that saw real severe winds, very high winds, gusting up to potentially 80 miles an hour, hurricane force winds, I might add. Now, having said that, it was labeled as a destructive severe thunderstorm warning, and while I was on air for about 40 minutes talking about that, but you can see quite nicely that this is weakened just a little bit, not a lot, but just enough to take it out of that destructive realm. Now, we also, moving further down south here, we have a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15 for Stafford County. We continue to move even further to the south from there down to Orange County, 6:15, all of this below destructive limits. And then we also have a severe thunderstorm warning up towards parts of Washington, Maryland here, Washington County, Maryland, where Boonesboro resides, and then further west out towards West Virginia. Now, if you're wondering what this yellow is, this is a generalized severe thunderstorm watch that will go in effect and is in effect until 9 o'clock. But as we widen out that view, you can see what's happening. We have those storms moving into Pennsylvania. We have these storms moving through DC here, and a line of storms. Now, once all this moves through, things should quiet down just a little bit. But we'll talk more about that in the full weather coming up in just a few minutes. Ben?
All right, Scott, we'll see you in a few moments. New tonight, a violent night in the district. 7 people shot, 3 people killed in 4 separate shootings. Let's break it down. Police responded to the first around 1 a.m. on M Street in Northeast. 4 people shot there, 2 died on scene. 30 minutes later, police responded to H Street Northeast. Officials say a woman was shot. She's expected to recover. Then another shooting on Hartford Street in Southeast. 10 minutes later, a man shot there. He's slated to be okay. And just down the road, also on Hartford Street, a man found shot dead before 7 a.m., found in a parking lot of an apartment complex. As we just mentioned, 2 of the deaths happened along M Street Northeast in the Noma neighborhood. That's where Dave Laval joins us from the scene with the latest information. Hey, Dave.
The deadly shootings took place here around the King Street Oyster Bar around 1 o'clock this morning. Police are still looking for the gunman. The restaurant's manager told us bullets struck one of the men along the end of a fence in front of the establishment. He died at the scene, according to DC police. So did another man whose body police found about 20 yards away from the first victim. A man and a woman had also been wounded. Last report has them in the hospital with what are described as non-life-threatening injuries. Bullets shattered glass at the restaurant, in a window above it, and several windows across the street at Streets Market. Police Chief Pamela Smith ordered the restaurant closed earlier this afternoon for 4 days. We have not been told why. Meanwhile, one person died in another shooting just after 6:30 this morning along a section of Butler Street Southeast near 16th Street in Anacostia. You're asked to call police if you have any information regarding either shooting. We're live in the Noma neighborhood. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, in Virginia, police in Leesburg say that they're investigating a deadly crash involving a private company ambulance that left 1 person dead, 6 other people hurt. Police responded to the crash around 9 p.m. last night at the intersection of East Market Street and Leesburg Bypass. A child passenger in the car died. We do not know their age. The car's driver, 2 other passengers are still in the hospital in stable condition, we're told. 2 employees and a patient in the private ambulance were also sent to the hospital. They are also in stable condition. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. Well, in Sterling, Virginia, we now know the failed valve is what led to an ammonia leak hurting more than 24 people. It happened at the food processing plant on Sous Vide Lane Wednesday night. 33 people were taken to the hospital after being exposed to ammonia, 5 of them in serious condition. An employee told DC News Now this was not the first gas leak at the facility. Well, a Loudoun County firefighter is back on the job this week. Lieutenant Chris Kirkstrack spent the last 6 months recovering from injuries during that massive home explosion in Sterling in February. 10 other firefighters were also hurt. You'll remember volunteer firefighter Trevor Brown was killed in that blast. Well, in Maryland, a 5-year-old boy was killed, another child hurt after a bounce house went airborne and crashed during a professional baseball game last night in Waldorf. Charles County deputies responded to Regency Furniture Stadium, the home of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, around 9:30 last night. We're told a strong wind gust caused the bounce house to rise 15 to 20 feet in the air, causing the kids to fall before it landed on the field. The 5-year-old boy, who is from La Plata, was sent to the hospital. That's where he died. A second child was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs have canceled tonight's game. Well, in Prince George's County, a police officer is facing animal abuse charges. Corporal David Acosta is charged with mistreating a 2-year-old bloodhound mix named Daisy. The dog is part of the police department's canine unit, and investigators say Daisy had injuries related to an electric collar around her neck. The department says Daisy and another dog were taken from Acosta. He was already suspended for an unrelated incident. All right, back in the district, advocates are fighting against gun violence. One organization holding a community day at Conti AME Zion Church. Organizers unveiling a Stop the Violence Healing Garden. The gathering celebrating positive efforts made to help young people succeed. Also a call to action saying that everyone needs to take part in keeping kids out of harm's way and on the right path.
We began our leadership academy here. We began sowing seeds into these young people to teach them that all that they have to succeed is already within them.
And organizers say they're not stopping with this community day either. They're planning to run a summer youth employment program. They say it will teach kids important business and leadership skills. All right, staying in D.C., it will soon be a much tougher commute for people who get where they need to go using the circulator bus. The bus line connects workers, tourists, families to main attractions for only $1. But the Department of Transportation just announced it is ending the service by the end of the year. DC News Now's Randy Bass reports how riders feel about the decision.
Yes, D.C. circulator commuters knew those bus routes could be on the chopping block after budget negotiations between the mayor and council earlier this year removed funding from the budget for the circulator bus. But now that plans to cut off the circulator completely are official, people are making new plans to get around town. After 18 years on the road, DC's $1 circulator bus routes won't run much longer.
I think it's upsetting. It's a really good service to have.
DDOT phasing out service starting in October, with service completely cut off after December 31st. Commuters we talked to disappointed to lose those additional bus routes.
So it's nice that like they had a circulator, you know, there's a buffer for Georgetown especially. It usually fills in the blanks where there's no options, which is nice.
Areas like Georgetown, Glover Park, and parts of the National Mall lacking other transit options.
I was like, oh my God, we need the circulator. We need it to ride on. A lot of people take the circulator to work.
The circulator, only $1 a ride, cheaper than other alternatives like Metro bus routes. Those prices now up to $2.25. And as for those behind the wheel, ATU Local 689 represents circulator drivers, saying the union only got a few hours' notice about the swift shutdown timeline, saying in a statement, the union is deeply disappointed by how the process has played out so far. Local 689 has been consistent in our calls to bring over circulator workers and integrate soon-to-be defunct routes into the Metro bus network. It's not clear if circulator workers and drivers will be able to get jobs with WMATA or other local transit agencies as circulator service shuts down this winter. In Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
France in the Olympics. An update tonight. Bethesda native Katie Ledecky bringing home her second gold medal of the games this afternoon after winning the 800-meter freestyle. Ledecky has now won 8 gold medals in her career, becoming just the 6th Olympian to reach that milestone. The only U.S. athlete to win more golds than Ledecky at this point, well, that's fellow American swimming legend Michael Phelps at a whopping 23. Ledecky also brought home a silver medal in the 4x200 freestyle relay and a bronze in the 400-meter freestyle.